Welcome everybody to a look at a new 4K release from Umbrella Entertainment, and it is 1960s Eyes Without a Face. So it has its original French language title on the hard box. So this is directed by Georges Franju, who I've not seen anything else from before. It's a horror film clocking at 89 minutes long, and the only cast member I've seen anything significant from is Alida Valli, who was also in The Third Man and The Antichrist. So Dr. Genesier is riddled with guilt after an accident that he caused, which disfigured the face of his daughter, the once beautiful Christiane, who outsiders believe is dead. Dr. Genesier, along with accomplice and laboratory assistant Louise, kidnaps young women and brings them to the Genesier mansion. After rendering his victims unconscious, the doctor removes their faces and attempts to graft them on to Christiane's. So, though it is lacking in the typical scares that you would expect in a horror film, this nonetheless makes for an engrossing experience thanks to its solid narrative and effective characterization. The cast is also really good. It has plenty of thematic weight to it about identity and whether or not the things that we do for our loved ones is worth, the consequences and such. The score is well done. The cinematography is great. The pacing is on point. There is some decent tension, and even though the majority of this isn't particularly violent, for most of its plot, there is still a highly effective surgery scene that quite literally and figuratively gets under your skin. So, yeah, overall, a excellent film, and one of the few actual horror films from France that I've actually seen. I've not seen many in that genre from that country. So, yeah, and I don't think there's been a great deal from that country in terms of horror films, but that could just be me and not seeing enough French films, quite frankly. But still, a really, really good one. 4 out of 5. Can certainly see why some people would rate this higher. Me personally, I just wish it was a little bit more impactful with its, horror element. But the psychological elements, the drama, the characterization, all of that really, really works quite well. And yeah, I love this hard box that has been sold with this release. And yeah, Umbrella Entertainment have knocked it out of the park recently with their hard box releases. There's two more that we'll be looking at as well outside of this one, both of which are also horror films. So yeah, you also get the case with a slipcover with the English title on it, with that on the reverse. So yeah, they've put a really rather great deal of work into this release, quite frankly, because there's a whole host of physical extras. There's extras on the discs as well. So yeah, we get the 4K disc on the front there, and then the Blu-ray with the with most of the special features on. There's only really one or two special features on the 4K disc, but yeah, most of them are on the Blu-ray. We also get a poster as well with both different artworks on it, but both with the original French title, which is nice. Not sure if this is a new one though. This one does look classic, but whether or not it's a new one, I don't know. Might actually say on the extras that we have in this release. So yeah, we also get a booklet. Nothing on the reverse, and yeah, inside we get Eyes Without a Face meets the Critics by Stephen Thrower or Stephen Thrower, and then we get The Law of the Father and the Death of the Daughter, Eyes Without a Face, Georges Franju's Dark Fairy Tale Fantastique by Nadine Whitney. And then we get Blood of the Beasts by Jack Sargent. And we also get a whole host of different posters from different countries as well. I really rather quite like the Japanese one, to be honest. Which looks a little bit more inventive than the other ones. I think that might well be an Italian one. So yeah, they are trying to obviously play up the fact that there is some violence in this, but you know the body count isn't high or anything like that, um, and the violence isn't overly explicit outside of maybe the surgery scene that I talked about. So yeah, but a nice booklet, nicely produced. It feels like a high quality product. We also get some replica lobby cards, so minor spoilers ahead. Nothing on the reverse of these as well. I think that's the start of the surgery scene that I talked about. Really does have fantastic cinematography on this as well. Somewhat comes across as a film noir in terms of how it's shot, but obviously it is still a full blown horror film. And finally, and yeah, then we get a bunch of extras on the discs as well. So yeah, we've got audio commentary with writer and actor Graham Duff, which I believe is on the 4K disc. It doesn't actually split them up, so yeah. But I do believe I remember seeing that on the disc when I played it. Then we get Eyes Without a Face, a video essay by Lindsay Hallam. Blood of the Beasts, 1949 documentary by Georges Franju. Then we get Les Fleurs Maldives de Georges Franju, a 2009 overview of the director's career by Pierre Henry Gilbert. Then we get For Her Eyes Only, interview with actress Edith Scobe. Then we got Monsieur at Madame Curie, short film by Georges Franju, and then we get a trailer as well. So it's nice to see that we've got a some non-fiction work from the director as well included in this. But still, it's about the film at the end of the day. The film is really, really rather good. If you're into your European horror or French horror in particular, then yeah, this will be right up your street if you haven't seen it already. But if you have seen it, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.